Ambassador Kelin, welcome to Roundtable.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time. We have a lot to discuss. I want to begin with Russia's war in Ukraine. President Putin says that there will be peace when you achieve your goals. What are those goals?
Well, they are pretty clearly formulated. Actually, we would like demilitarization of Ukraine, denazification, which is also important, and neutrality of Ukraine. So it should not be a sort of breakthrough instrument of NATO countries or the West against Russia. It should not provide threat for Russia. And of course, it should not discriminate Russian people that are living in Ukraine.
Because what threat was Ukraine to Russia at the outset?
What kind of threat it was? Well, it was very serious, in fact, threat. And the Western countries, NATO and European Union, they used to work on this subject for about 8 years, reinforcing Ukraine, making its army the biggest in Europe. It counted at the beginning of the special operation 250,000. This is quite a lot. Poland, for instance, which is of comparable size as Ukraine, has only 100,000. Britain, even much less than that. So this army was standing on our border, and we have an information that it was ready to attack Donbass. If it is going to attack Donbass, then it will be a bloody bust over there, and Western countries will say simply that they are acting on their own territory. Of course, this could not be a gun, of course.
The Ukrainians will say that they built their military that way because of the threat they felt was being posed by Russia.
They started to build their army earlier. It is since 1914, right after the coup d'etat happened in Kiev, and they have got a new government, which initially was supposed to be a government of peace, but it turned out into the government of war, because it has taken up an ideology of which is extreme nationalism, which is close to Nazism. I mean, discrimination of other nationalities, proclaiming Ukrainians sort of uber alles, of course, and that was the main cause of the events which happened later on, because we have felt that it is becoming more and more threatening to Russia. And since they proclaimed a course of going into NATO, it was even more threatful, because under NATO umbrella, attacking Donbass or attacking Crimea, it makes a situation close to the World War III.
We were told at the outset that this was a special military operation. The feeling was that it would last days, if not weeks. We're almost at the 2-year anniversary now, and there is a feeling in the West that Russia can't defeat Ukraine, Ukraine can't defeat Russia. At what point will you sit down and talk peace?
Well, it is this phrase, I would say, this is very questionable. Russia can and will defeat Ukraine, of course, because the capabilities are incomparable. Russia has very many resources.